Everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since obviously I put out a video. I'm sorry if you've been waiting for loads, but I have been really busy with work. I am back though, and I have got a new car to the collection. And my last one was obviously the transit van, which isn't that exciting. It was for me because it's my first ever brand new van, and I loved it, so I had to show off. But I have got a new addition. Now, obviously, I'm a major Ford fan. I have bought a new bike, which I'll probably feature, but as I'm a Fordy, I'll probably more keep it Fords. But this is my new Pride and Joy. But I'll show you my new Pride and Joy. This one got added to the collection simply because I've always loved the car. As soon as I saw it, I just fell in love with it. Haven't owned one of these cars, nearly gave the game away there, since about 1999. I had one, exact same model. I didn't have it that long though. And then I traded it in for a Sierra at the time. But the new car is this Ford Orion 1.6 gear. You gotta see, that just looks lovely. I bought this off my friend Gaz Williams. He built the car. I'll put out some pictures of it pre-modified. But he didn't get it like this at all. I mean, this did not look like this in the slightest. This was a bog standard 1.6 gear. It probably still had the crappy, what we call the transit white paint work on it. I think this new colour is fantastic. I know he's added in the really rare RS kit and the side skirts to match it with the back bumper as well. They're really hard to find. Obviously it's not RS as an RS Turbo, but these were in fact an RS line bumpers. I love the clears, so don't go saying, oh, it needs ambers. I prefer it with the clears, same as the clear side repeaters. This is perfect. The only thing I need to do is really paint these handles off the same colour as the car and colour code it. Gaz has done, obviously, flying crisp back. The wing mirrors, exactly the same. Believe it or not, these are actually my old wheels as well. I sold these to Gaz just to make the car look minted, and I didn't think I'd actually end up with them back. I certainly didn't think I'd end up with this car, but I have, and it is now part of the collection. And I've got to say, I love it. It is pretty much immaculate outside anyway, but still needs a couple of wee bits and bobs done to interior wise. So underneath here we still have the standard 1.6 gear engine. 1.68 valve. This is obviously not completely standard. We have got an air filter on this and some sort of mad air filter for the oil housing. Someone told me that these shouldn't be the EFI on this. It should still be the MFI setup on it. But I think this is one of the last of the F plates that came before they changed to a G, which would have had this engine in it, so it's quite rare to have this engine and its genuine registration of the F, so someone must have been really wanting this engine. As you can see, it's been perfect. The engine's been out. It has been painted in, obviously, everywhere, chassis legs, underside. The battery tree's been dealt with, although I don't think it was too bad, but you can see it's pretty clean in there. I am going to bugger up the purists. This lump is coming out. I am going to change it for an RS Turbo. I've already got the donor car, so I'm going to strip the engine out of that, and this is going to have the RS Turbo engine in it, like I think they should have done. I may even try and source an RS Turbo bonnet vent, bonnet with the vents in it, because I think it just misses that last wee touch. Interior wise, it's still completely standard in here. What does actually still need to be done is the speaker pods need to be replaced. The guys has put obviously new speakers in this, which I love, and obviously an upgraded stereo in it, playing Radio 1 as they should in this car. But I need the bottom pods. I have got them on the donor car, so they will be getting switched out when we do the engine conversion, as well as these seats as well. Although it should have these seats in it and they're comfy, you can't beat a set of Recaros in here. As you can see, the interior is still as it was. I mean, the interior is pretty much bang on, bar a little fixed or wee tear here. It's pretty good. I'm going to obviously swap everything out. I'm going to change the interior to the 90 spec RS Turbo seats in it. I think it's a lot comfier, and if you've got an RS Turbo engine, you have to have it. You really do. But yeah, this is the new one to the collection. Inside the boot, you'll actually see the original colour. Guys did have a boot install in this, but obviously we took it out, and I'm going to build myself the better one in here. We've still got the power line run straight down to where the battery is anyway, so most of the stuff's already run. You can see here, that's the original colour of the car. There's the new colour, and there's the original, so it's this kind of creamy white, which obviously all the gears wear. It's not a bra colour, it really isn't. So that guys has done a good choice in changing it, but I'm going to get this all sprayed up, panelled off, and make it look a bit neater. But the inside of this car, I mean, for its age, an old head plate, I mean, there's no accident damage in it, there's no rot, a bit of dust and dirt. I mean, I've literally done nothing to this car since I picked it up. So guys have done a good job, but I think it's just down to me to tidy up. But yeah, I mean, even underneath the boot and stuff like that, where it should be painted, is painted, so yeah, good job guys, happy with it. Pretty cool little car. Originally this car, when it was built, it had base black bumpers, a black underside. I'm not sure about the back panel, I think that's an extra between the rear lights. I need to double check on that one. It came originally with the bigger size pepper pot alloys on it. It would have been that creamy colour of white. You jokingly always call it transit white. This is the standard interior, this is the standard steering wheel as well. The only difference in this steering wheel and the ones with RS turbos, well, they had the horn marked on the bit in the centre. It wasn't anything to do with more padding. It was literally the same steering wheel and they put a horn logo on it. Kind of lazy. But I mean, sitting this and you would think it was an RS turbo. Still turning heads for a 30-year-old car. It's pretty cool. This car's got a good wee bit of character about it as well. It doesn't make you want to put the foot down. It's quite cool, big, chilling out, relaxing and enjoy the run. I'm literally just doing 30 mile an hour to the local towns around Bobby, and nice sunny day. Although I forgot my shades. It's just nice to get out, especially after lockdown. Being a car guy, I've stressed out my bit 24/7 in my business. Finding the time to do my YouTube channel, it's quite hard. But when I get days that I can actually go out, I love it. Just jumping in the car and don't have a place to go, just do I turn left here, turn left here, go on a speed, take it up to 70, but it's just something that just takes you from that level of stress So there's not actually that much to say about this car. I'm going to find out more and more stuff as I go along. I've literally just bought it about 2 weeks ago, and it's sat in the unit, and this is my first time actually managing to get it out because obviously I work. I'm super happy that it's in the collection. I'm glad that the collection's starting to grow a wee bit. I know my cars aren't for everybody's taste. I get it, but these are cars that I always liked when I was a kid. Ones that you drive by, and, you know, or cycle by when I was younger, and you think that's a cool car. And the cool guys said, you know, the Escort RS Turbos, XR3Is, and then you'd get the individuals who'd come about with the 1.6 gear, basically the Escort with the boot, and then you get the cool guys that were car guys, and they'd put the RS Turbo engines in them, and that was what you thought was really cool, because, you know, changing an engine and putting it into a different car was, you know, it was unheard of. You know, it wasn't so much unheard of, but it certainly wasn't the norm around about my way, that's for sure. Obviously, as time's going on, a lot more people do it now, so it becomes a kind of, you know, the new norm, if you like, kind of idea. Obviously, with, you know, engine swaps and managing to get like engine mounts and brackets and stuff like that made, and custom drive shafts, and I think with the internet as well, you can get stuff dead easy. I mean, back in the day when we were modifying cars, you had to rely on your max powers, your revs, or if you were like anything like me, you had the yellow and the blue paper, so you had to try and find the parts that were maybe second hand, a breaking car, strip it down, get into the local scrappies, and when you're allowed to go in there and actually strip everything out and do it. So these cars are like, anyone can kind of work on these ones, and this is something I really want to do myself. I have got one of my friends, Peter, who is going to put the RS Turbo engine into this, and I'm going to give him a hand. I'm going to get my hands dirty and get it done and dusted, because this car really needs the RS Turbo engine into it. I don't know if I'm going to keep the RS kit in it. I quite like the RS Turbo bumpers on them. I like a smooth rear on it as well. I like to get rid of the black panel on the back and turbo bonnet. So I mean, imagine buying a car that you really like and then having to change it, but you've got to change it for you and make it my own car. Everyone sees this car, they'll just know it's Gazzy's old one, which I don't mind, because Gaz's a good guy himself, and the car is pretty good, but little touches that I want to have in the car is what makes it my car. So RS Turbo Recaros in it, I'll get them retrimmed by Anthony, same as the door cards. We'll touch up the handles that are obviously typical 1990s cars, where everything just seems to kind of tear away and doesn't last very long. It's all the plastics, and folk wear no silver rings when they're driving these cars and just wreck everything. So I mean, this car isn't by any means in a bad state. It just needs a wee bit of love and attention. When you look around about it, the dashboard's in great condition, the speedos are perfect, low miles at 76,000 miles, genuine as well. You know, everything's as it should. It's an honest wee car. It's just wee final touches, the wee bits we start looking about, speaker pods, trim panels. We've got a good sound system we'll put in the boot for it. I mean, a 90s car always had to have that. That was the main thing. Change your wheels, put this suspension on it, and put a huge sound system in the boot. So why not do that? But yeah, stay tuned for some more on this car and others. I have added another one to the collection as well before I bought this Orion, believe it or not. So I haven't featured it on the channel. I'm about to go up the road and do some recording for it. It is on the back of a trailer, so it might be a short video, but I was getting asked by a lot of people on Instagram and the channel to add this one to the collection. So luckily enough for me, I found this one and I brought it home. So it is in the collection too. So I think that's maybe about 14 now. So all fun and games. See you soon. Take it easy.